This is Friday Night Lights with Tim O'Brien. Brought to you by Honda of the Desert.
That's going to fire you up, huh? A little Week 5 recap.
We were really appreciating all of the video and just everything that was gone into producing that.
Yeah, our producer, Rob, does a great job with that. He pitched it one week, said, hey, I'm going to do this. Run with it. Of course, it's great. That's Tali Latoy. I'm Tim O'Brien. Gil Rutenberg is in the building. He's actually standing right here. He's going to join us here in just a moment from Honda of the Desert. Thanks for joining us for another edition of Friday Night Lights. Most of the Desert Empire League was on their bye week because their league play will start next week. Desert Valley in their full slate of Week 2 games. Let's get right to it. You were in Banning tonight, and you have those highlights.
I made that trek all the way out there. Coachella Valley started league play with a bang last week, as we all know, when they crushed Desert Hot Springs 52-0. Tim, incredible, just a shutout. And the Mighty Arabs were in Banning looking to do something similar and to let another Desert Valley League team know that they mean business. Now let's go to the home of the Broncos, who still have yet to get a dub this season. And if they were looking to win tonight, the Arabs were really going to make them earn it. Broncos set to receive, but however, it was a quick 3-and-out against that mighty Arab defense, and it was followed by something even more surprising, a quick 4-and-out turnover on downs for the mighty Arabs. Just couldn't get it going, and it seemed like a window of opportunity opened up, and the Broncos, well, they jumped right in with this pass to number 1, Des Jackson, and he'll take this one all the way home to get the Broncos on the board first. Incredible stuff, but they'll miss the extra point, so it's 6-0. Now, Coachella Valley gets the ball back, but the big question is, can they answer, and who would they answer with? And after 3 costly penalty setbacks back-to-back, they turn to no other than the sophomore Aaron Ramirez, who's in the hunt for 1,000 rushing yards tonight. Arabs back on top after this one, 7-6. Minutes later in the second quarter, ball on the Broncos 40-yard line. Guess who does it again? Right up the sideline, it's the Arabs starting to pull away, 14-6. Aaron Ramirez, just another touchdown under his belt. Now to the next Broncos possession, they move the chains down to the red zone, but are held to just a field goal, so they'll settle for it. And that score is still tight, 14-9, Mighty Arabs. But now to our regularly scheduled program, the Aaron Ramirez Show. Another handoff to the sophomore standout. Nothing stopping him from finding the end zone tonight. 3rd touchdown of the night. Before heading into the locker rooms for halftime, he'd get another one. 4 touchdowns in one half. Just unstoppable. And the Mighty Arabs continue the hot streak and take this one 49-9.
What a stud.
A stud. I mean, he was amazing, and after that 3rd touchdown, everyone was going crazy on that sideline because he got that, he reached 1,000.
1,000 yards already in 5 games, and you look at the overall season he's having, leading the Valley in touchdowns. At what point is it fun still? Like you're just running, nobody's catching me, and just keep going.
I mean, we've been talking about him week in and week out for a reason. He has the entire Valley down his neck right now, just watching him.
Heck of a
incredible.
Kid. Coachella Valley, I don't know that they're going to lose a game in league play. Let's just call it what it is. They're that good. The real test will be next week. We'll talk about that. But Yucca Valley, they were quietly putting together an impressive start to their season. They seem to be on a collision course with Coachella, as both teams are now at the top of the standings. They'll play next week in Coachella, as mentioned. Look at that, I jumped the gun. But tonight the Trojans were in Desert Hot Springs in their game against the Golden Eagles. Let's go check out those highlights. Yucca Valley's passing game was on point all game long. Sophomore quarterback Michael Ramos leading the thread. Ramos Jr., that is, threading the needle all night. Here's a dart to Miles Harper. That put the Trojans up by 28 at the half. Here's one more Ramos, this time connecting with Malachi Harper. It was a long night for Desert Hot Springs and Yucca Valley's defense getting things done as well. Javen Hudson with an interception for the Trojans. Yucca Valley could do no wrong. They go on to win 42-0. Again, that's the big game next week in Coachella, or in Thermal, I should say, at Coachella Valley. You're going to be there for that one, right?
I'm not.
I know.
Tim, why do you have to tell the people that? I will not be here for that.
You are their good luck charm, for sure.
Well, I definitely love covering Coachella Valley. Coach Johnson's amazing. Everyone.
I'll FaceTime you from there.
Thank you. Thank you. Be sure, please.
All right. Just getting started here tonight on Friday Night Lights. La Quinta, the Long Desert Empire League team, or the lone one that is, in action tonight. We'll see how things went at Blackhawk Stadium.
But up next, we will feature our game of the week. Cat City at Indio. The Rajas looking for their second straight win, while the Lions fighting for their first win of the season. You're watching Friday Night Lights on NBC Palm Springs.
Welcome back to the show. Look who it is. He made it.
I made it.
That's it. We missed you last week, bud, but Tali's doing a good job, man. I'm about to get kicked off the stage for you two.
Yeah, she's doing a tremendous job. I was away working on my modeling career, but I'm back.
What'd you learn?
It didn't work out.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get into some of the action tonight. Majority of the teams from the Desert Empire League on a bye week as they prepare for the start of the week's league play. That's next week, but not the La Quinta Blackhawks. They're in action tonight. I was over at La Quinta after I did my live hit at Indio. Let's go ahead and roll those highlights. It was all La Quinta early and often. I've got to say they've got some of the best representation in the Valley. I really enjoy their fan base. They were out and real loud tonight. This was on the first possession. Somebody didn't hit play quick enough. That was me. That was number 3, Aiden Nsubuga, with a quick 6. I caught the tail end of that. Quite an impressive year for the sophomore running back. And the student body in the band, they were jumping, they were loud. You could hear them from down the street for sure. This was cool. Blackhawks would force a 3-and-out on the Bruins, and the punt would punt the ball away. Here's sophomore Cameron Hawkins, picks up the loose ball. He's coming right at me, Gil. Runs down the sideline for the quick 6 on the punt return. After the extra point was good, the Blackhawks would be up 14-0. Now, early in the second quarter, quarterback Tommy Ansley takes the snap, steps back, finds Cameron Hawkins again for the touchdown in the back of the end zone. Blackhawks were up 21-0. Gil, they would go on to win big tonight, 49-0 over Bloomington. I think there's about 4 people in the stands for Bloomington. I felt bad for the kids over there. But
great job, Blackhawks.
Yeah, good job, La Quinta. Tali?
Yeah, but now to our game of the week. And before Cat City and Indio locked horns on the field, Raja's head coach Daniel Hayes had a little surprise for his team. We were inside Indio's locker room pregame as Coach Hayes unveiled new uniforms for his players. Take a look.
Good. All right, y'all be good. I'm gonna let y'all wear y'all red uniforms.
Now, Gil, we were inside the locker room, and Coach Hayes told us, hey, they've had a really good week of practice. They've been a good group of kids. No issues off the field, no issues in the classroom. So they rolled out the all-red tonight for league play.
They forgot mine.
Yeah, I said to Coach, so where this pants?
I'm going to go back and get it.
Yeah. You know what? I did like their all-white with the blue pants.
Yep.
And then I saw the red on red, and I said, all right, well, that's pretty cool.
Good, yeah.
He said if they lost, they weren't wearing them ever again. So did they win or lose? Let's get into the game of the week. It is your game of the week, sponsored by Honda of the Desert. My man Gil and company helping us out here this year on NBC Palm Springs Friday Night Lights. It's the Indio Rajas and the Cathedral City Lions. Now, you're a Raja alum, but you also have ties to Cat City.
My kids were Lions.
I'm
a Raja alumni, so.
You said you had a hat, right? It was half and half?
I used to paint my face half Raja, half
You should have done that tonight. Wow, why didn't we think of that sooner?
Should have done it.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the highlights. Second week of league play in the Desert Valley. A beautiful night for a ball game in India. The Rajas would start slow, but as they say, it's how you finish. It was later in the first quarter, Dominic Moran taking the handoff, running to the outside, getting a quick 6 after the extra point was good. Rajas would go up 7-0, and they would keep it moving from that point on, Gil. Here's Esteban Maldonado, senior, taking it to the house, quick on his feet. Indio looking good so far in league play. They started off 0-3, but it's when league is when it matters most. Senior quarterback now, Fabian Garcia. Watch the high snap here in just a moment. Gathers it, steps back, and he fires a missile to Alejandro Munoz, and the Raja's just firing on all cylinders. Big catch. Crowd was electric there, too. It's good. It's nice to see on a good Friday night. Fabian just getting loose with his arm. Here's another deep ball to Jose Sepulveda for another Raja's touchdown. At that point, I think it was like 21 or 28-0. And then last but not least, Indio keeps it on the ground for another touchdown. This time, Diego Trumper and the Indio Raja has improved to 2-0, blowing out Cat City 41-0. So after the show, Gil, call your kids and say,
yeah, sorry, kids.
The Rajas will travel to 29 Palms next week.
Keep your head up, Lions.
Yeah, no, it's a rebuild year. Every school goes through it every so often, every couple of years. So still ahead tonight here on the Friday Night Lights. We'll go back out to Indio for the post-game comments from that man right there, Indio head coach, Daniel Hayes.
Our players of the week. Find out which top performers from last week take home the game checks. You're watching Friday Night Lights on NBC Palm Springs.
All right, welcome back. Each week, you and I travel around the valley to give out money. Well, it's your money. I don't say I do it. I just follow you and film it so that you can present the checks to your players of the week. Fun. Last week, we were, actually, it was this week. Feels like last week. We were in Indio. You had your offensive and defensive players. It was Elijah Gutierrez for offense, and then Joshua Gomez on the defensive side of the ball. Now, we were out there, Gil. Here, you're presenting the checks. The first young man, Elijah Gutierrez, what did he say that he was going to do with that money?
He said he was going to give it to his girlfriend.
That's a true story.
Yeah.
In front of his team, he said, I'm going to give it to my girlfriend. And they were all like,
guy.
Are you kidding me? Yeah. No, for sure. The girlfriend's mom was like, yeah, well, you know, they're learning young. And I think Josh got embarrassed, didn't know what to do. And what did he say?
He said he's going to give the money to his girlfriend, too.
I couldn't believe it. $250 for so they're going to have a nice birthday.
Yeah, next week we just do girlfriend of the week. How about that?
That would be funny, wouldn't it?
We should.
That was Indio, of course, their win over Desert Mirage last week, and then they won this week. So we're going to find out if we're going to head back out there or not. But nonetheless, congratulations to Elijah and
congratulations,
Josh.
Boys.
Tali?
Two smart guys right there. Let's head back out to Ed White Stadium in Indio. We have post-game comments from Raja's head coach Daniel Hayes after their second straight victory in Desert Valley League play.
Yeah, boys look good. You know, like Dion say, you look good, feel good, play good. I got to put it up to that O-line. We had time to throw the ball. We was able to run the ball like we wanted. And like you see, we were up-tempo, and those guys didn't miss a beat. So I'm really proud of those guys. Defense been playing lights out all season. They be keeping us in game. They be keeping us motivated, keeping the offense up-tempo. You know, we're loving it. We're loving the defense right now. Looking off what we did last week and trying to just keep that momentum going, keep that confidence up, and just keep pushing. I mean, it showed tonight. Guys are prepared. Guys are ready to go. We had a great week of practice. And you know, you heard the boys. We're just ready to keep going.
Here to check out some scores now. The Desert Valley League. You saw Indio won. Coachella Valley, Yucca Valley, and Desert Mirage did lose to 29 Palms. Tali, you've got the lone game over there at the Desert Empire.
I do, and it's just the Desert Empire League over here. Not much to see here. Everyone on a bye besides La Quinta, so good for them.
And they won 49-0. So for Tali Latoy, Gil Rutenberg, Honda, the Desert, of course, you will be back. No more missing weeks, all right? Thanks. I'm Tim O'Brien. Thanks for joining us here Friday night on NBC Palm Springs. Tali, catch the ball over there, will you? And make sure you watch us on YouTube and our NBC Palm Springs Facebook page. We'll see you next week.